Hey guys, happy day. I hope you're having a great day today. So I am going to be talking about time management, and I'm really passionate about time management. I'm pretty good at it, and it's something that I've always loved, and I'm really disciplined in this aspect. It makes life run a lot smoother in so many ways. And there's a quote that I love, and it is failing to plan is planning to fail. And I think that's so true, because if you don't tell your time where it's going to go, your time kind of just leaves and it does whatever it wants to. So it's really important to be intentional with that. And it doesn't mean that every day is going to be perfect. It doesn't mean that if you have a plan that every day is going to go to that plan, but having different things scheduled and different time blocks. Let's say you get a flat tire, right? And that takes up like 3 hours or 4 hours of your day. I think it's a lot easier to pivot after that by looking at your schedule and saying, well, now it's 5 o'clock and now it is what it is. I lost that time of the day. I couldn't do what was in that time slot, but now at 5 o'clock, I'm making dinner for my family, and you have it planned out. And I think it's a lot easier to pivot instead of saying, oh, it's 5. I didn't get anything done. What am I going to do now? You could just really easily pivot into what your next thing on the schedule was. My sister. Anyway, so time management is super important, in my opinion, and I'm just really passionate about it. So we're going to jump into this really, really fast. The ways that I plan my time and keep track of everything are 2 ways. So one, you can use your planner or your agenda, or a weekly plan sheet. There is a weekly plan sheet that you can download, and it is on the training section, I believe, of our unit's website. So if you go over to the training tab, there should be a weekly plan sheet there that you could print out and use if you don't have a planner. But if you do have a planner, or the one that came in your starter kit, that works as well. The idea is to have something that has your week in advance, where you could every week, like let's say Sunday, sit down and plan what you're going to do for the next Monday to Sunday. So super important. This is my planner. I like this one because it has like a month at a glance, as well as the weeks and the days individually. So this is my day today, pretty easy day. Tomorrow I have appointments. So it's kind of cool. I love these planners. I like planners. I prefer to have a planner. So that's just me. And then second one, which for me, this is the best. This is what I use the most. It's my phone's, what's it called? My phone's calendar. So if you have an iPhone, I'm going to speak to you. If you don't have an iPhone, I don't know if your phone's calendar works the same, but I'm sure you can find an app that works similarly. But I do use iPhone, and I use the calendar app. So this is literally invaluable. If my phone was ever to be taken away from me, I would not know where to go. And I know it sounds so first world, but it's so true. So I have everything scheduled in my phone, and this is the way that I do it. It might give you some good ideas. So if you have iPhone and you go in there and you open the calendar app, at the bottom of the calendar, there's going to be, I wish it would focus, at the bottom of the calendar, there you go, there's going to be a little thing that you could click right here that says calendars. If you click that, you're going to have all the different calendars that you could create. So you could add a calendar and create it. You could pick the color for it, and you can invite members to that calendar. So I have my husband listed on all of them. So anyways, which is a big feature. So you're going to go in there. You can create as many calendars as you want and add your spouse, your significant other, anybody that you want to be involved on what you have going on into your calendar. So for us, I have been training him on using this for years. This was not an overnight thing, but it makes such a difference. And now that he's used to it, and now that he's accustomed to adding things to calendar, it makes our lives that much more seamless and that much more fluid, and we're on the same page, and it's not a struggle when I'm at home that he's like, and I'm not answering my phone because I'm at a party and I'm working. He's not like, where are you, worried, because he could just look at the calendar and say, wow, she has Jessica's party today from 7 to 9. Cool. And it's over here because I include the address of everything. So it's seamless for us. It makes it a lot simpler. So we have several calendars. This is how we split it up, just to give you an idea. So we have one calendar we have it brown. The color for that one is brown. That one is True Grind Fitness Events. That's Joseph's business. So every event for his business gets calendared in brown. The next one is Personal Events Joe. Those are events that only he has to attend, but they're not business events. They're just events like hangouts with friends and stuff like that. Gym, whatever. That would be yellow. Purple is Priscilla's personal events. So personal events, Priscilla, those are my events, my hangouts with my friends, the gym, blah, 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 stuff like that goes in purple. Then we have, in pink, we have joint events. That would be events that we both have to attend. Maybe a party that we both got invited to, a wedding, maybe a Mary Kay event that we both have to attend. Anything that we both have to be present at gets calendared in pink. And it's really easy for us to see it like, oh, okay, we both have to go to that or whatever. So it helps when we individually plan our days and put things on calendar. Then we have blue for Mary Kay events. Those are events that you do not profit at. So your weekly meeting, if you do not have a guest, seminar, career conference, different training things, whatever. And then you have money making event, and that's in green. Those are Mary Kay events where, let's say you do have a guest, or you're having a party or a facial, anything that you're making money, that you're doing reorders, stop and shops, whatever. So that's going to be calendared in green. Now the big deal, like obviously I don't have to split my events between green and blue. I know what's paid and what's not. I know where I profit and where I don't. But the big perk in this is your husband or your significant other could help you keep you accountable and say, hey, you have a lot of blue on your calendar, but no green. And that's not the purpose of our business. We want to be profitable. So it's more important to have more green than blue. And he could help kind of like push you and just do better. So for us, that's invaluable, is having that. It helps us check in. And then he would also know, like, you went to an event tonight, but you didn't make money? And I'm like, well, babe, it was a success meeting. It's in blue. So it helps avoid things and issues, and just, it's the best thing that you could do for your business, in my opinion. So it's just really helpful. It helps us stay on the same page, and it just eliminates a lot of dilemmas. So that's how we schedule our things. It gives reminders. You could add travel time, whatever. And every time I add something to calendar, he gets a notification. And every time he adds something to calendar, I get a notification. So pretty great. I love it. And it's on your phone, so you always have it. And if you're booking on the go, it's really easy to pull up and see what you have going on, instead of being like, where's my weekly plan sheet? Or where's my planner? I think it's awesome. So moving on, I want to give you guys tips on how to schedule your time. What is important, in my opinion, on time scheduling. So the first thing that you want to schedule in your weekly plan sheet, when you sit down and you're scheduling your week, the first thing that I want you to pencil and write in is going to be schedule time with God, personal growth time, gym time, reading time. This is your time. And that's really important. And I definitely urge you to do that once a day. Like, and it could be the quickest thing, but I really urge you to do that once a day. If it's a 5-minute workout where you do 5 jumping jacks, sure. You know, whatever it is, I urge you to take time for yourself, because it's really, really, really important. You know, talk to God, be with Him. Your mental being is more important than anything. It's more important than your house being clean. It's more important than your business. It's more than anything, okay? So I want you to schedule that in first and foremost. Next, if you have a real job, like a full-time, for real job, it's not Mary Kay. Like, let's say you don't do Mary Kay full-time, which most of you probably do not yet. So you want to go ahead and calendar that in, because sadly, that can't be moved, right? Like, I mean, it is what it is. You got to be there, let's say 9 to 5. So you're going to schedule that in. Next, you're going to go ahead and schedule family events. So you're going to schedule time to be with your family, your kids, your sisters, your whatever. You're going to schedule time to be with your family. That could be birthdays, kids' soccer games that you want to attend to, because we make the decision to be present in our family's lives. So you're going to do that. Or if you have school, you're a kid in like college or whatever, you're going to go ahead and schedule the times that you have classes. So that would be the third thing that you schedule. Fourth, you're going to schedule a date with your significant other. This is so important. I try to date once a week. We try to date once a week, and it's more likely going to happen if you schedule it. And I know that there's busy seasons, but if you make an effort to schedule, it's really important to stay connected. And obviously, I don't have to explain why dating is important. So you want to schedule that, because that's important as well. And then at the end, you're going to look back and look at your calendar and look at all the empty space, because I promise there will be all empty spaces, because the random stuff that you get asked to do throughout the week is not scheduled, because it doesn't align with what's important to you, which is faith, family, and career. Okay, because we went through all of those to schedule them. So everything else does not get calendared. Then you have all this blank space, this free space. Now, in that space, this is where you could work your business. You could block out time. You're going to go through first and block out times for parties. So when you go to book parties, it's easy for you to know what time you have. You could say, hey, yeah, I have Saturday at 1 blocked out for parties. That's awesome. We can meet Saturday at 1. Instead of scrambling and saying, gosh, I don't know what I'm doing this entire week, so it's hard for me to know when I could book you. And then you have to sit there and think, crap, am I available this time? And then you book them for something, but you really had something else going on, and you're a mess. That doesn't look professional. So you want to block out the times. With that leftover time, block out the times so you could do parties. If that's 3 parties a week, sure. If it's only time for 1, that's even better. That's fine. Don't worry about it. So the time that you have, that's what you're going to use to work. So pick times for parties. Then you're going to pick a time to do your income producing activities. If you want to know what those are, go ahead and click the, it should be in your new consultant packet, the list of income producing activities. Or it's also here in the new consultant training section of the website. You could also click that, download it, and use it. It's awesome. If it's on there on that list, it's an income producing activity. So you want to find time to do that. Parties are considered income producing as well. So you want to have maybe like an hour a week where you like sit down and book and do different income producing activities. Okay, so you want to schedule that as well. And then you also want to schedule your weekly meeting into the times that you have available. And then you also, at the end, if you have any free time past 9 p.m. or 10 p.m., that's when you could do office work. So like filing things and like miscellaneous things that don't make you money. You want to do that when people are asleep and you cannot call and do income producing activities, and you cannot facial people because everybody's asleep and at home with their family. So anyway, so yeah, so those are kind of like my quick tips on being smart with your time, managing your time, what I do for that, and it's worked for me. Everybody has systems that works for them, so you want to find and try things that work for you. But as long as you have some form of organizational system, I'm happy. So I hope you guys have a great day, and so excited for y'all.